Bronx called his shot after he smoked Gamrot in 2 rounds. He got what he wanted. He's got to see Max for the BMF. Let's get it. Man, I've been thinking about this fight nonstop. There's just so many different outcomes, so many variables. We got Max Holloway, Mr. Lighter Man Skill, as Lucas Tracy would say, smoking these lightweights, bro. Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier. But this is a different kind of lightweight. It's a grappler. Now, we've never really seen Max have to go against like a real grappler. And if you watch the Ilia Topuria fight, Ilia just went up and picked him up and slammed him like it was nothing, but didn't hold him down though. So that's the thing. Charles, really good wrestler, good body locks. I think he will be able to get Max to the ground at some point during this fight. But I just don't know if he'll be able to hold him down and go for it, be able to sub him. You know, Charles is not really the ground and pound guy, so he will chase submissions. Another thing that's interesting about this fight, like, this is the BMF belt. We've seen videos of Charles practicing in the last 10 seconds, throwing down. I think if he does that in the last 10 seconds, he gets smoked out. He gets knocked out. Max has a better chin, even though it's been cracked by Ilia Topuria. That thing got cracked a little bit because Dustin Poirier was knocking Max down, and Justin cracked it a little bit. But if he tries to brawl with Max in that last 10 seconds, I think Charles is going to get knocked out. And I think if he's going to try to do this whole BMF persona and try to stand and bang with Max the whole fight, he's going to easily get outstruck. Max is too fast for these lightweights. That lighter man skill is a real thing, bro. If this stays on the feet, Max Holloway is going to 50-45 Charles Oliveira. I'm just telling you that right now. I really hope this BMF, this BMF title doesn't change the way Charles fights. I still want him to be a marauder because, Max doesn't really put everything into his punches unless it's the last 10 seconds, okay? So I don't think Max will be able to chin Charles unless it's the last 10 seconds. But will Charles be able to get the takedown, and will he go for the takedown? That's the most key thing. Charles keys the victory. He's got to get that takedown. He's got to test Max grappling now. When has the last time Max has actually grappled in a fight, bro? It's been a minute. It's all stand and bang with him. And if Charles does that, he's going to get smoked 50-45, and he might get fucking knocked out in the last 10 seconds if Charles wants to do that. The only way I see Charles winning this fight is by sub, because we haven't seen Max's grappling like on the ground, like really been tested by like an elite grappler. Grappled with Volkanovski a little bit in the second fight, but Volk's not known for submissions. Yeah, man, this is just an exciting ass fight. Max's keys to victory. Just do what you're doing. All these slow lightweights that can't keep up with you. Combinations, in and out, spinning back kicks, the oblique stomp kicks. I like those. The body kicks. He was throwing a nice body kick every time Dustin would try to close the distance in his fight with Dustin. I rewatched that fight recently. I think Charles is going to come in with the dumbass mindset of this is the BMF, and I can't take Max down and kind of get booed for taking the back and nothing's really going on besides, hand fighting. So I think this will come down. I think Charles is going to get picked apart. I think Charles gets picked apart for 4 rounds, and then he's going to try to stand and bang with Max the last 10 seconds, and Max is going to put him out cold. Gamrot doesn't have the power Max Holloway does. Max Holloway has a different type of power in that last 10 seconds because Max bites down on that mouthpiece like no other in them last 10 seconds. I don't know whether to pick 50-45 and then he stuns Charles in the last 10 seconds or he's going to flatline Charles. I think those are the 2 best options. I don't see Charles being a clinching type like Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier didn't want to get knocked out in that last 10 seconds on his retirement fight, so that's probably why he started clinching. I don't see Charles doing that. I see Charles dying on the shield. Charles took a lot of damage over the years, over 40-something fights, bro. Max took a lot of damage too. I don't think Charles is going to grapple in a BMF fight. I'm sorry. I think he's going to go out there and try to stand and bang. I'm going to go Max 50-45 with a last-second KO. Charles strike, like, if you're getting outstruck by Arman Sarukian, I get it. Arman's a great striker, but these lightweights got nothing on Max in the striking, bro. Too much output, too fast. I don't think Charles will be able to do anything to him on the feet. Charles may have the power advantage, so if Max gets caught, Max might get rocked maybe once in the 5 rounds, but I just think he'll be too fast for Charles. And, Charles is getting outstruck by Islam, bro. And we just seen what Islam did with JDM. Islam wanted no parts of the smoke on the feet. This is just a different level of striker. I fuck with Charles too. If Charles is able to win though, I think it's a 1st round submission. If Charles wants to win, he's got to go all gas, no brakes, Khamzat Chimaev style, like force the takedown and just blow your load, no homo, trying to go for the submission in the 1st round. I think that's the only way he can win. He was feeling good after that Gamrot win. I get why you would call for this fight. It's a good matchup. They got history. First fight, Charles had a neck injury. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go Max Holloway 50-45 with the knockout. Damn, that sounds crazy, bro. But this is a on the feet. This is bad for Charles. All right, next we got Cal Barajo versus RDR. RDR had a good run last year, man. 4 fights, I think it was. You know, kind of gassed down that Brendan Allen fight. Probably overworked himself fighting 4 times. Unless you're unhuman like Merab, you're probably going to not make it 4 fights. Cal Barajo, dude, fought Imavov. Didn't he lose like 50-45? I can't even remember. I just remember Imavov piecing him up in the boxing. What was the fight before that for him to even get that #1 title? I don't know. I'm not really the biggest Cal Barajo fan. I think it was Jerry Cannonier. Dude, they say Cal Barajo's got really good grappling, but he didn't use none of that, not name of that, against Nasruddin. So, I don't know. When's the last? RDR fought at the, what card was that? Fuck. The Canada card, right? Yeah, it was the Canada card. So that was a minute ago. So RDR should be well rested. I like RDR style. Gave Bo Nickel the business. Choked out GM3. Went full Marauder mode against Robert Whittaker. Dude, I might roll RDR in this one, bro. I don't think he gasses out. I think he'll impose his will. I don't think Cal Barajo has power in his hands to kind of, back RDR up. RDR is a get in the face type of fighter. And if you ain't got boxing, how the fuck are you going to, get this dude to back up? Does he throw knees? I know he throws a lot of hard-ass leg kicks. Yeah, I'm going to go RDR. I think this will be a close fight, though. Because Cal Barajo, he's not a scrub on the feet. I mean, Nasruddin couldn't knock him out. So, he's got some kind of stand-up. But I think RDR will have too much output, too much forward pressure, too much imposing of the will. I think those RDR knees, man, be on the lookout for them knees. Boy, I'm glad RDR did not fight against Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez would have got the fuck out of there quick. Man, I still can't believe Sean Strickland sparked Anthony Hernandez. Thank God Anthony Hernandez did not fight RDR. But damn, I'm rolling more to RDR by decision. Is this 5 rounds too? If this is a 3-round fight. Yeah, I got RDR 3 rounds. Because RDR doesn't have enough pop to, knock out somebody like Cal Barajo. And I think he's got good enough grappling to he'll be able to defend himself. Yeah, I got RDR decision. What is this card though, bro? This is a numbered event, and we got Rob Font and Raw Rosas Jr. as the feature fight. I know he's known for his grappling. Damn, when was the last time I saw him fight? UFC Noche? Rob Font's been active, and the last time I seen him go against an up-and-coming contender was the Yanez fight, and he smoked Yanez. I think he knocks out Raw Rosas Jr. I think he'll be able to... Rob Font's grappling takedown defense is not the best, though. But is he known for his wrestling, or is it just the jiu-jitsu? I don't even know a lot about Raw Rosas Jr. I just know whatever he says when he gets on the mic and he's got good jiu-jitsu. Fuck, I should have done some film. I'm going with the crafty vet, Rob Font. I think he can chin. I don't think this dude has a chin. He's young as hell, too. I think Rob Font can get homeboy up out of here. 2nd round KO, Rob Font. Oh, this is just a battle of just 2 vets. Now, I wanted to see Michael Johnson and Bobby Green fight, but they gave him fucking Drew Dober. God. I think Drew Dober got knocked out in his last fight against Torres, right? Michael Johnson, beat Daniel Zellhuber. Bobby finished Daniel Zellhuber, though, bro. Could Bobby Green went in there and finish Michael Johnson? I'm rolling with Michael Johnson. I think he'll be too quick for thick-ass Drew Dober, bro. I just think Michael Johnson will be too quick. Boxing is way better than Drew Dober's, I think, too. I think Drew Dober will have the power advantage, though. I think if he does try to grapple, his takedowns will be too plotty, and Michael Johnson will be able to shuck them off, too. Yeah, I'm gonna go Michael Johnson. And Drew Dober's a tough out. I don't think Michael Johnson has Manuel Torres power, so I got Michael Johnson with the decision. Damn, we got some Brazil and Brazil crime. He fought Marvin fucking Vittori in his last fight. This is a big step up in competition against Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez. I think he did win every round against Marvin Vittori, right? I think Gregory Rodriguez puts the beat down on Marvin Vittori, where it's like, damn, that just happened. Beat Roman Kopylov, knocked out Jack Hermanson. I'm gonna go with the experience, man. This is a young this dude. I think this dude's a tough. I think this will be actually decision by Gregory Rodriguez. Maybe 29-28. I think this might be a competitive fight. This dude, he's going to be a tough out. Young and upcomer. Damn, did he miss weight in his last fight? It might be hard for him to close that distance, though. Gregory Rodriguez, This dude needs to cut down to welterweight. He's only 5'10". Yeah, dude, you need to drop some weight, bro, and go to welterweight. Yeah, I got Gary Rodriguez. I think it'll be 29-20. That might be a close fight, but I just think he hits harder, bigger fighter, more experience. He does have good boxing, though. He's piecing up Marvin, so we'll see. Dude, didn't Cody Brundage just fight like 2 weeks ago? And he got knocked out, too. I have no idea who Dante Johnson is. Who do they got Cody Garbrandt fighting? Zhang Long. Dog, this card is so weak. If you look at the Yuri Prohaskis and Carlos Ulberg card, that card is stacked from early prelims all the way to the main card, bro. They should have balanced these cards out and put a little bit more bigger names on 326 instead of just stacking the fuck out of 327. 327 is like damn near like a UFC 299, a 298, back in that kind of era type card. That thing is stacked. You got Venezuela in the building? Okay. Surprised he didn't fight in Mexico. There were a lot of Venezuelans in the Mexico card. Oh my gosh. Hong's Kong, Mongolia. Yo, they got Hong's Kong, Mongolia. Is this the dude Fat Joe was talking about on his podcast? This looks like it could be a Marauder type fight. Kyrgyzstan versus Brazil, and this dude might be his UFC debut. The champion has a name, brother. It's Max Holloway. I don't think this fight's close. I think it's one-sided. I think either Charles chokes him out fast in the first round, or Max Holloway is going to piece him up and just absolutely masterclass him on the feet and then knock him out in the last 10 seconds. But I'm going to pick on the Max Holloway side. I just think Max Holloway is just running through these lightweights. Just too easy. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. I think this is a very interesting fight. Very, very like just main event type card. I mean, I'm not really excited for any of the fights on here besides I'm kind of excited to see RDR come back. Okay. Rob Font got fucking this is kind of a badass fight, I'm not gonna lie. But everything else. Oh, I got my boy Cody Brundage. That's all I always say. Like I always say, this is one of my favorite fighters. Yeah, man, this card's ass, if we're gonna be honest, bro. Got like 3 fights on there. But yeah, like I said earlier, let me know your comments down below on what you think of this card, what you think of the fights we got in the main event. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and then definitely hit that notification bell. I will catch y'all in the next one. And remember, the champion has a name, brother. Max Holloway.
I'm him, I can tell you from the jump, I'm a different breed. Bought a new tech, free shot, no referee. I ain't gon' force, not shit, I'ma let it be. White gold shining, diamonds red like the 7C.